Hello, everyone. My name is Letao. I'm your spiritual counselor and your astrologist. Thank you very much for joining this full moon in Taurus reading session. Very soon, on November the 16th, we're going to welcome the next full moon in Taurus. Of course, depending on the location you are, for some of you guys, if you are in, let's say, UK, or if you are in North America, it could be November the 15th at nighttime. But if you're in East Asia, Middle East, or Southeast Asia, India, then the full moon will occur in the early morning of November the 16th. This full moon, the full moon in Taurus, is going to occur around the 24 degrees of Taurus. And this full moon is going to form a very tight conjunction with Uranus in the sky, which is a symbol of invention, chaos, and advancement, ideas, modernization. And so with this tight conjunction with Uranus, I do feel that there could be a part of us that is really looking for a release, looking for the kind of like rebel, right? The rebellion part of us to break through the rules, to break through the structure, and so that we can set yourself free and we can shed the shackles and complete or end what needs to be ended in the past. As all of you know, full moon is always a symbol of completion. And so this full moon, with the help of with Uranus, it could really give us this sense of, getting rid of the all the restrictions and the shackles that has been holding us back in our past, and how we can, just break through and move into our future with more momentum. What is also helping this full moon is that this full moon is also forming a beautiful trine with Pluto around the 29 degrees in Capricorn. And so this Pluto and moon full moon trine is also helping us to release the past, because Pluto is the planet of transformation, letting go, and death leading to rebirth energy. And so with the Uranus, which is about chaos, sudden change, and with this Pluto energy, which is about letting go and death leading to rebirth and transformation energy, I do feel that this full moon is more significant, possibly, compared to a lot of the other full moon that we have had in this year. And we could also see possibly November as a turning point for a lot of you guys, and also me myself. And I do believe that you will be able to see some kind of breakthrough or changes happening actually within this lunar cycle. All right. Now, today, of course, we're going to use Oracle of the Mythic Heroes and Oracle of the Celestial Deities, together with some other tarot cards pull and Oracle cards pull, to read your general energy and to find the guidance that we need. Now, with all that being said, at the very beginning of the video, I have already shown you 3 different options. Option number 1 is a beautiful village picture. I would assume it looks like southern Italy or maybe Greece. You can see this beautiful stone house, and outside the stone house, there is a beautiful table and some beautiful sunset there. And the second option, pile number 2, is either at the dawn or at the dusk. And I would assume this is more like Northern Europe, like a countryside picture. In the far end, you can see a very beautiful bungalow or small house. And closer to us, we can see 4 chairs and a beautiful bonfire in the middle. Seems like people are having, like a camping, or maybe they're having a quick dinner. Now, the final picture is a view from an apartment, and through the apartment, big glass window, you can see the high rises, the skyscrapers. And to be honest, it looks a little bit like Hong Kong or maybe New York, right? Those kind of big hustle and bustle, big cities, tall buildings, right? An apartment like that. So you can meditate on those 3 pictures and see which one that you personally resonate with the most. And you can also refer to the timestamp below and go directly to your pile to listen to your reading session. With all that being said, let's get started with our group number 1. Hello, group number 1. Thank you very much for joining this reading session. You have picked the first picture. To me, the first picture looks a little bit like Southern Europe village, Could be Greek, could be Italian, or maybe a small town in southern Portugal or southern Spain. But it doesn't matter. I really like those old stone houses. As you guys know, every year I do my best to travel to Greece, and I always enjoy visiting those small villages, right? And those beautiful stone houses, and the delicious fruit and tomato and everything. And so, if you have chosen this group, perhaps you are very much associated with the summer of Southern Europe. But either way, this is a reading for you. Now, first of all, we're going to pull three cards from Oracle of the Celestial Deities. And what I want to do with you guys is I really want to look at what your current energy is, what could be potentially blocking you, and what is also helping you at the same time. Okay, so let's check your general energy. First of all, we got Venus, goddess of love. What is blocking you? Orpheus. And what is good for you and what could be helping you, okay? Or if you have already been doing it, what you should be continuing to do, okay? We got Uranus, okay. Now, first of all, let's talk about these three energies. Whenever we see Venus, right, we associate this energy with love, relationships, which also makes a lot of sense because Venus is the Roman goddess of love and relationships. She also rules value, our beauty, right, and our social life. When you have Venus in the first house, the first thing that comes to my mind is that perhaps you think about love a lot and you think about relationships a lot. And so perhaps for the first group, one of the focus for you now is either to find a beautiful relationship, a long-lasting, committed soulmate partnership, if you're single, or if you're already in a relationship, this could be about you really focusing on how you want to maintain and improve and beautify, right? And optimize your existing commitment and relationship and wanting to be loved and wanting to be validated. Now, there's nothing wrong with that energy. Actually, Venus is a very beautiful energy. I think for a lot of you guys, maybe the strength you have at this moment is about the sense of diplomacy, right? The relationship-oriented spirits in you, and you know how to attract people to you through your beauty, your charm, and also your own intelligence. What could be blocking you? Because you have got Orpheus next to that, which is showing the potential challenge there. One of the things you need to know about this energy is that Orpheus energy has a lot of self-doubt. Because in the ancient Greek mythology, Orpheus well betrayed the promise that he made to Hades, the god of the underworld. He promised Hades that he would not look back at his dead wife when he was leading his dead wife's soul back to the mortal world. And that was a condition to exchange the possibility that his dead wife would come back to life, would be resurrected. But when Orpheus was walking in the darkness with his wife following him, eventually he lost trust. He started to doubt whether his wife was really there and also whether he was being scammed, maybe, by Hades. Maybe his wife was not following him anyway. And so he couldn't trust the process. So he looked back and he saw his wife's iridescent soul for 1 second, and the soul of his wife just dispersed into smoke. Deep down, psychologically speaking, right? The Orpheus energy is talking about a part of us that is very either insecure or we need a lot of validation or confirmation in order to know that we're on the right track. And the reason why we need a lot of the validation and the reconfirmation to know that we are loved, we are on track, and we are happy is also due to our difficult past. Perhaps you are still thinking about a relationship that was in your past that made a huge impact on your personal psychology. This could be about an ex, or maybe even just someone, right? Whether they were actually in a long-term commitment with you or not is not really the problem. The issue is whether this guy really affected your mind and affected your emotion. And so with Orpheus and Venus, one of the most important thing I think probably we would have to overcome in terms of our challenge, it's about our faith in finding love. It's our faith in finding the right partnership. And this has nothing to do with your personal value. This has nothing to do with, whatever that has happened in the past, or whatever that we failed, or due to whatever, objective reasons, right? And that relationship or that love never really manifested for us. And I really feel that for this group, self-love and building your self-value and strengthening your self-confidence is the key at this moment. Now, what could be helping you is you got Uranus, this energy on top. Now, Uranus, the key words for this card is invention, chaos, and the wish to change. If you have or are using my Oracle of the Celestial Deities, you will be able to find a more detailed explanation about this Uranus energy in the guidebook. But in a nutshell, this energy is talking about letting the change happen. Let's try to embrace the changes, even though sometimes embracing change and new beginning could involve a little bit of fear and uncertainty, and also could involve a little bit, we need you to be very fearless, right? Let's put it this way, in order to open that new door in front of you. So Uranus tells you that try not to stay in your comfort zone or stay in your past, in your memories forever. This is a time for you to really move forward with life, and move forward with what you want to achieve, what you want to do, and what you want to truly manifest. And actually make sure that your actions are in line with your beliefs, rather than I believe that in my mind, but my action is rejecting it, right? If you know what I mean. Okay. Now, because we got Uranus and Venus as a pair here, now as a general reading, there could be, I would say, two different possibilities for love for you guys. Now, the first possibilities is if you're looking for love, this could be about someone that you're going to meet very soon. But this person is coming from a faraway place. So perhaps this person does not live in the city that you're living in right now. This person could be coming from a different town or a different city, different state, or maybe even a foreign country. So there could be some kind of long distance feeling in there, yeah, when it comes to the future love and relationship. But it's not a bad thing, right? Sometimes the distance, initially we have the sense of distance, but eventually it will become resolved, right? So I don't really see this as a challenge for you guys whatsoever. And the second thing is for some of the guys, this could even be about a little bit online dating energy. Now, I know that a lot of you guys are saying, oh, I'm fed up with online dating and things like that. But case by case, yeah. Now, for this group, for the people who are choosing this group, I would say 30% it's about long distance feeling. The other 50% could be about bringing love through technology. So online dating or, apps, right? Connecting with someone through modern technology, such as apps, right? Things like that. All right. Now continue. We're going to pull 3 tarot cards. All right. And let's see the progression for you. Our beautiful group number 1, with this full moon in Taurus. Dear universe, please kindly provide our group number 1 with some useful guidance and helpful wisdom for them to overcome their challenge and find their happiness. 3 cards. We've got Ace of Sword. Absolutely. Ace of Sword is a very clear-cut, intelligent energy. It's also a very rational energy. This energy is talking about making decisions and being very clear in your mind about what you need, what you don't need, what you need to leave behind, and what you need to move towards, right? So this is a little bit like what I said, specifically if there's something in your past that has been either hindering your growth or hindering your progress or hindering a potential fulfilling a connection. Now, this is something that you do need to actually understand. So we see the Ace of Sword. If you have already made up your mind about certain something, that would be good, okay? And then we get 8 of Swords. So now we're seeing this little bit like a, what do you call that, dichotomy in there, right? Because Ace of Swords is talking about the mental clarity, but the 8 of Swords is talking about the physical constraint that we feel. So for some of you guys, I would say that this could be about in your mind. You've decided that you want to either move away from someone, or you have decided that what you want, what you don't want. But perhaps at this moment, it's not very easy for you to either change your physical location or make some drastic changes now. So you might be feeling that in my mind, I know what I need to do, but there are certain things in my physical environment that I do need to make some adjustment with. Either this is about your living situation, right, where you are, or if this is about a project or a career question, this could be saying that you still need to handle that instead of just move away from that due to whatever other reasons out there, right? And then we're having the Seven of Cups. Now, one thing that I would highly recommend for this group is that Seven of Cups sometimes is talking about a lack of planning or the lack of what's the right word? The lack of rational approach, right? Because Seven of Cups sometimes is talking about all the different possibilities and yeah, possibilities or options being presented in front of us, and we're a little bit like like a little kid standing in front of a candy shop, right? And we're looking at all the different 100 different colors, right, candy, and we're like, okay, I don't know which one to choose. It's a little bit like that. Now what I would say about this group is also, if you focus on the energy, right, of this group, literally you are seeing Aphrodite or Venus pointing at Seven Cups towards Psyche, and she's saying, well, I'm gonna give you a mission to do. You need to actually descend into the underworld and get me the jewelry box from the goddess of the underworld, or the queen of the underworld, Persephone. If you can do that, I will let you marry my son. So Seven of Cups, the original meaning is about the options or the possibilities that will be presented for you. But at a deeper level, especially you have Venus, right? Aphrodite, you put this card out earlier. I do feel that this could also be talking about several different challenges you have to go through. One of the most important challenges for this group, number one, is really how you can bury the past. And sometimes this is not just about, whether you are still talking to a past person or not. And of course, this could be one of the possibilities. But I do feel that the so-called leaving the past behind is also about your own mind, your own emotional state, whether you still think about it, whether you still feel guilty about it, and whether you still feel trapped emotionally with that. So this is usually telling you that the real achievement and the manifestation that you will need will require yourself, just like Psyche on the card, to descend into the underworld, to release the old and to take the risks, so that you will be able to come out of the underworld as the real god or the goddess out there. So there's a lot of transformation, releasing, letting go there. The good thing about this Ace of Swords is I do think that you already have a very clear idea, more or less, about what you must do and what you must release. So at least this is not telling me that you are confused. This is saying that in your mind, you know it in theory. It's just more about the actual planning. And because you got Uranus card, right, as earlier, when we were pulling the oracle of the celestial deities, just know that sometimes when we're making changes, chaos will be there, right? For example, this could be about you need to move out. This could be involving you need to change jobs, or you need to make a lot of extra adjustment, right? It's not gonna be like so simple. Oh, we break up, or oh, I'm not gonna think about you anymore, and then we move on. So this could be us also needing to go through a little bit, chaotic situation, and we do need to be dedicated about that. But what I would definitely say is that this Ace of Swords is really giving you the sense of clarity. So do not be convinced easily by toxic people, or do not be easily manipulated by people who don't have you as their best interest at heart. All right. You know who you are. Group number one. Very good. Now we're going to pull one card from the Star Code Oracle, and let's see what other things about you might need to do. Yeah, as a general advice for this full moon in Taurus energy for you. Now we've got, it's called the 10th house authority. Yeah, absolutely. I think this card is really telling you to really put yourself in the position of the person that is in control, instead of believing that you have to play a passive role, if you know what I mean. You don't need to always have the permission of someone else to decide, okay, then if you let me, I will finally be able to do this. The 10th house authority is telling you that you need to learn how to become the master of your own life. This is not about what other people say to you, or whether other people give you the permission to do certain things or not. This is about you taking the responsibility and accountability of your own future, and you decide, and also you take the action which could be the best for you. All right. So this 10th house is very close to the what's the right word? Very close to the career energy, or very close to the Capricorn energy, right? So it's about, structure. It's about authority. It's about, I am who I am, and I will be responsible for every single decision that I make instead of letting other people be responsible for my future. All right. Now, of course, the 10th house is to deal with career. So in case for some of you guys are wondering about the career path, I think your energy is also telling you that this is time for you to also embrace a lot of new technology, new wisdom, new knowledge in terms of dealing with business. Specifically, I would say if you have the online part of your business, maybe online marketing, right, online and presence, I would say this could be a very good time for you to explore those options. All right. Finally, one card from Oracle of the Mythic Heroes. All right. Some of you guys may already have this deck. It's a very beautiful deck that I created and released back in January this year. Every card depicts a beautiful but also concise Greek mythological tale. And behind each tale, there's a counseling case. There's also a lot of the teaching there. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle the cards, and we're going to pull one card for our group number 1. And the energy we have called is Deathless Focus. All right. So this focus energy together with what I said about 10th house Capricorn. Now, Deathless energy, this card is associated with Virgo. Virgo, Capricorn, what's the commonality there? They're both earth signs. And earth signs is talking about the practical side of the world, right? The practical, pragmatic, right? And the materialistic things that we can depend on. So this could be telling you to focus on your career, focus on your money, focus on your boundaries, and focus on what success that you can create for yourself in order for you to build up your own self-value, instead of subconsciously sometimes, depending on the love and the validation we can receive from other people as the barometer to see if we have our value or not, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Very good energy. So as you know, group number 1, the full moon is always talking about release and completion. And I do feel that with this energy, there's something that you do need to close, right? Close that cycle because you have already come full circle, basically. And so with this energy, just take a little bit moment, think about your self-value. Think about what makes you feel good about who you are and whether that's practical for you. And just take the action, make sure that your action is really in line with your mental clarity, right? This Ace of Sword, and don't let your outside energy influence you too much based on what is right for you and what your intuition is really telling you to do. Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much, group number 1. Really glad that I'm able to do this reading for you guys. And I wish you all the best, sending you also a lot of positive energy. And of course, if you enjoy the reading, please do subscribe to my channel, love it, and share it with the people you care about. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys very soon in the next reading session. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Thank you very much for joining this full moon in Taurus pick a card reading. The second picture that you have picked is a very serene photo. Now, to me, this seems like the time, either it's at the dawn or at the dusk, because you can see the blue, dark, starry sky up there. It looks like nighttime, but you can see a little bit either sunrise or a sunset at the far end. So maybe this is 4 a.m., 5 a.m., or this could be about maybe 6, 7 p.m. when the sun is setting. Now, but either way, it seems like you are very attracted to this picture. And on the picture, you can see there are several chairs. So it seems like it's some people doing camping together, or this could be about maybe a trip, right, between several friends. And in the middle, you can see a very peacefully burning bonfire. This really reminds me of either you're doing some camping or you're doing some kind of hiking or trekking, either in North Europe or somewhere beautiful mountains, things like that. Right now, with all that being said, let's get started with your full moon in Taurus reading. First of all, we're going to pull three cards from Oracle of the Celestial Deities. We're going to check your general energy. We're going to see what is blocking you and also what is helping you at this period of time in life. All right. So it's going to shuffle, 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 and we're going to pull three cards, right? Group number 2. Okay, very beautiful. Now, first card coming out, Pegasus. All right. Powerful and free. What could be blocking you is Pluto. Okay. Now, the next thing that we're going to look at is what could be helping you, and we got Jason. All right. Okay. Now, before we pull more cards, there is a very direct and specific message for our group number 2. Look, the symbol of Pegasus sitting at the very beginning, this card, is of course usually talking about your sense of freedom. This is talking about you wanting to be free, wanting to be not restricted by any shackles or restrictions or other people's expectations maybe around you. You want to truly be who you are and maybe travel around, go to places you like, and do the things in your own way, right? Rather than keep, restricting your or limiting your life based on, the society's expectation or parents' expectation or friends' expectation. Now, Pegasus is also the symbol of community and friendship. And so this is usually talking about you embracing your free spirit and the desire to be included or the desire to actually have to have good friends who can support you for being who you are, and who can love you for your uniqueness and who can see your value because you are a precious flying horse and you are the only one. I love this energy, actually. I think that people who are choosing the second pile, perhaps you do have a free spirit. Perhaps you have been living your life with a strong desire to be free, to be unique, right? Just to do things that you want to do, and to leave all the constraints around you. Now, what could be against you is actually Pluto or what is blocking you. Now, Pluto energy, what I'm seeing here, the first thing that I see is about the loneliness. Now, I do feel that for some of you guys, perhaps the situation you are now or the place where you are living in could make you feel a little bit lonely, could make you feel that you are not really connecting with the people around you. Perhaps you're feeling that, okay, I am this, right? But somehow the people that I've been talking to or I've been surrounded by, they don't really get me, or it's almost like I'm in the wrong place, that kind of energy. Yeah. Now, because Pegasus is a energy of friendship, one thing that you do have to be careful with is really shut yourself down, right? And just lock the door and be like, you know what? Because I cannot connect, that's why I don't want to see anyone. And you just, basically, even distance yourself more from the social interaction or the events, right? Now, when I say social interaction, a lot of people say, oh, but I'm not a party person, right? I don't really like clubs and parties. This is a different concept. We're not saying that you need to go to clubs, right, and get drunk, right, with a whole bunch of, 20 other, crazy people. But we're saying is that it's important for us to keep the communication flowing with the people around us. And don't be shy, right? And don't be coy. You don't need to shy away from the meaningful interactions around you. And you also don't need to be too concerned about what other people think. If you are reaching out to them, do they think you're weird or do they think you are, needy, right? It's not about that. This Pegasus with Pluto is really telling you that to get out of your dark cave, so to speak, and connect with the people around you. The other thing about Pluto is really about letting go. Okay. Now, this could also be saying that for some of you guys, maybe recently you have lost something important or you have lost someone important. Now, of course, we're doing a general reading. Everyone's situation is different. For some of you guys, this could be about maybe some kind of bereavement. Maybe someone was important to you, passed away recently, or this could be about maybe someone moved away from you, right? Maybe they left the country and you had to say goodbye. There are many different situations there, but Pluto, generally speaking, because at the end of the day, he is the god of the underworld, which represents death and rebirth. So this could be saying that there's a part of you who are choosing this pile could still be mourning over something, or someone, right? Because this person is no longer around you, or this important situation, or it's a dynamic, it's no longer right there for you, and that's why you kind of miss it. Now, one of the things you do need to do is to walk away from that as soon as possible, not because they're bad for you. For some of you guys, maybe you're really missing someone important. It's not about whether they're good or bad, but it's more about it's important for you to refocus on your life, and so that you can create a happiness and go back to the normal joy for self. Okay, and I'm sure whatever people who loved you and who have left you, either as a family member, a dear friend, right, or an old chapter in your life, they would definitely miss you as well, and they would love to see you doing really well in the future. Now, what is helping you, group number two, is this card called Jason. Now, Jason with Pegasus as a pair definitely is talking about, first of all, foreign travel. Okay. So for some of you guys, if you're thinking about traveling, going to visit new places and new adventures, maybe even new, relocation, things like that, this could be very refreshing to you. So I would definitely encourage you guys to consider that option. Now, the other thing actually about Pegasus is talking about friendship, like what I said. And this Jason energy is related to the sense of teamwork and the so-called, camaraderie, right? Because if you read the story of Jason and the Argonauts, you will know Jason was not a one-man band. He was together with a whole team. He was together with everyone around him, and thus he's able actually to find his success. He's supported by a lot of famous heroes like Theseus, like Hercules. He was supported also by Atlanta and Orpheus, right? All those famous Greek mythological figures. And so definitely this Jason and Pegasus is also talking about expanding your friendship circle. Specifically, with this energy, I will also say that if you have friends, for example, who are foreigners, so, for example, whatever nationality or culture you identify with yourself, the Jason and the Pegasus energy could also be talking about friends who are either overseas or friends who may be living in your city but who are foreigners, right? And they have a different cultural background or national background, right, compared to yours. This could all be very refreshing to you. All right, very good. Now, we're going to pull three cards from the Mythic Tarot, and let's see any other guidance and hints from the universe for our beautiful group number two. All right. So, dear universe, please kindly provide us with some useful guidance and helpful wisdom for our group number two, right? For their near future, and also for this lunar it's not really a lunar eclipse, but it's a full moon, okay? Full moon in the Taurus energy for them. Ugh, the cards are really excited today. Things just keep jumping out. All right. So we're gonna come down. Gonna pull one card for our group number two. All right. Thank you very much. Group number two. Thank you, universe. First card, the Queen of Pentacles. All right. Second card, Eight of Cups. What did I say about walking away from the past? This Pluto energy and Eight of Cups, the same thing. Okay, here it's about walking away from your old memories, walking away from what no longer served you. Okay, and do not be trapped by that. Pegasus, like what I said, is about that kind of energy to leave the past behind and overcome the obstacles, right? And then fly free. All right. Now, finally, we have got the Fool. Absolutely, okay. You can't get a more clear message than this. Eight of Cups with the Fool. This is talking about how you actually descend into the underworld to go through your own transformation, right? And then you have a new chapter in front of you. Now, I really, really, um, I'm just very, very I have this very strong feeling in me, just like right now, that a lot of guys who are watching this video, there's definitely going to be some change of location, I feel. This either could be about, like what I said, travel or relocation. Maybe you're moving to a different city, different country. Also, this is a little bit like moving away from the place where where you are reminded of your past, right? And so sometimes changing location is just letting us move on to the next thing, both physically, but more importantly, and emotionally, so that the old environment does not remind you of what happened in the past. And I really feel that this is a very, very important period of time, to be honest, for you guys. This full card is ruled by Uranus, and Uranus with Jason as both happening for you. I do feel that for some of you guys, maybe this kind of change could also happen quite suddenly. So it's not going to be something that you plan for a long time, little by little, and you finally do it. What I feel about this is almost like you have this feeling that something needs to change, right? Something needs to be renewed, and something must be rearranged, right? But you have not been sure how to do that. And then once that trigger comes, it could be an opportunity, could be a connection, could be something that comes to your life, and boom, everything happens. It's a little bit like that, all right? I mean, personally, I really love this energy. Queen of Pentacles is literally showing your own energy at this moment. And this is usually telling you at this moment, before that opportunity or trigger comes in, focus on your finance, focus on how you want to be practical with your daily life. Try not to just, lie around and just only be dreaming about, the beautiful future. This is really telling you to do something about it, right? This could be about saving money, right? Work, focus on what you need to do now. So once that trigger or opportunity comes to you, bang, you're ready and you can just make that change. All right. Very beautiful energy. I love this. Okay. Now, the next thing that we're going to look at is one card from the Star Code Oracle. All right. So we're going to pull one card from here. Okay. Dear universe, please help our group number 2, right, to find some important information for them so that they can move forward without too much trouble. All right. I feel like this one for our group number 2. Trine sextile. Okay, I love this energy. Okay, now if you study astrology, you will know trine and sextile. This energy is talking about opportunity. It's talking about the universe will give you a push up, right? When you are actually in a difficult situation or when you feel stuck. And I also see this energy is really prompting you to welcome those opportunities and just to go with it. I do feel that something is going to come up for you. Our group number 2. All right, and this is not going to be too far away from you. As for some of you guys, and again, this is a general reading, right? Not necessarily this is for everyone, but for some of you guys, literally, this new beginning is going to happen within the next 8 weeks. All right, very good. Now, finally, we're going to get one message from our Mythic Oracle. Okay, Oracle of the Mythic Heroes, which is my own creation. If you like Greek mythology, you like reading ancient Greek mythological stories, definitely you will love this Oracle cards. And this deck contains the 40 cards as well as a beautiful guidebook, which is penned by me personally. And you will be able to see these, learn all the myth and also read the wisdom and read the teaching behind each Greek mythological story. All right. You can find this easily on Amazon.com, or if you have a local psychic shop, right, tarot shop, you probably will be able to purchase this from the shop anyway. All right. Thank you very much, universe. Please give us one advice for our beautiful group number 2. Just one card. Thank you, universe. All right, just one card. Chiron knowledge. Okay, beautiful. I love this card. Now, if you look at the symbol of this Chiron, it says Sagittarius. Okay, it's the mark right next to the word Chiron on the card. Yeah, this way. Yeah, sorry, this way for you guys. Yeah, and Sagittarius actually in astrology rules travel, foreign knowledge, foreign language, foreign culture and things like that. So first of all, like what I said, there's some kind of travel relocation things happening for you guys in the near future. Now, another thing that I do want to say is that Chiron himself, in Greek mythology, is also the god. He's kind of like a titan. Yeah, he's like he represents the art of healing. He was a master healer, an herbalist. So for a lot of the guys, I do feel that with that 8 of Cups card earlier, this relocation change is not just about, oh, I'm going to a new place and try, right? And it's fun, but this also involves some kind of healing to you. This is one thing that I get from the cards. It's a little bit like you have already completed your old cycle, and there has been success, and there also has been trauma. There has been difficult memories as well. And so this whole change coming up for you is also going to give you the sense of healing that you actually need in order for you to kind of like boost your own energy, or to give you the sense of I'm flying high again, right? And I'm good again, right? And I'm amazing again. I can recreate everything again that I desire, right? So that's a very important message here. Also, one thing that I noticed on your card is that you got two horses here. Pegasus is a flying horse. Chiron is a centaur, okay? So he's half horse. Now, what is the energy of horse in spirituality? Again, horse is about travel because they run, okay? Now, horse is also about stamina. So I do also feel that for a lot of you guys, if you're feeling a little bit down, or you're feeling a little bit, drained, right? You're feeling a little bit, even boredom. One thing that you can also do during this period of time is do some physical exercise. See, one thing about horses that you will need to know is horse, they need to run every day. And that is why, as a jockey, right? Even though the horse is not racing, but you still have to let the horse run every day. Because once the horse is stuck in the stable and it's not moving, it will get sick. If you know horses, you know what I'm talking about. So for group number 2, physical exercise, go for a run, go to the gym, all these kind of things could also help you to keep your mind sane, all right, during this period of time. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed doing this reading for our beautiful group number 2. Thank you so much. And of course, if you enjoyed the reading, please remember to subscribe to my channel, love it, and share it with the people you care about. Remember always to spread that beautiful energy. Thank you so much, group number 2, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next reading session. Bye. Hello, group number 3. Thank you very much for joining this pick a card reading for our full moon in Taurus. The third picture you have chosen is this beautiful view from a high level flat. Now, this view somehow reminds me of big cities such as Hong Kong, such as Tokyo, such as Singapore, or maybe this could even be about Dubai, right? Dubai has a lot of tall buildings, or this could be about a beautiful view from an apartment in New York. But either way, you are attracted to this view, this city view. And if that's the case, this is a reading for you. Now, first of all, we're going to choose 3 cards from Oracle of the Celestial Deities. We're going to look at what is your current energy, group number 3, and what is potentially blocking you, right? And also, we're going to pull 1 card to see what is helping you to move forward with your life. Now, dear universe, please kindly provide us with some useful guidance and helpful wisdom for our group number 3. All right, very good. Now, first card, your current energy, Atlanta. All right. Now, what could be potentially blocking you is Uranus. Now, for the energy that is helping you into the future, we've got Vesta. All right, so this is very clear, okay? Now for group number 3, there's one thing that we say, we are, usually thinking about a lot of the potential changes and, potential things that could happen in the long-term future. And we tend to somehow believe that our happiness is in the future, and we just keep waiting and waiting and waiting for that change or for that turning point to happen in our life. And that's why we tend to always have this question, why is happiness so far away or so elusive? Well, what you have seen in here is basically telling you that the happiness is actually in the present. Now, of course, it does not mean that your current situation is already ideal for you, right? So don't misunderstand what I'm saying. What I'm trying to tell you is that when you are really focusing on what you are creating in a practical, pragmatic, and let's say consistent manner, right? When you're really focusing on creating those tangible results day after day, week after week, naturally, the happiness or the fulfillment will be felt by you on a daily basis. And the so-called the change that you are waiting for, either this could be about an amazing opportunity to bring you to the next level, or this could be about some kind of opportunity to maybe bring you to a new place, new location, etc., etc. All of those things will just naturally happen without us, counting the days with our fingers anyway. So what I really feel about this energy with Atlanta in the first house is really telling me to, it's a little bit like saying you have something that you need to focus on. So let's focus on either it's about career or work or your productivity, and whatever changes that you actually want, or whatever thing that is a little bit up in the air for you. So almost like you're waiting, or it could be about, you're unsure if that's going to happen, if this going to happen. Sometimes it's important for you just to focus on what you can do and what you want to do at this moment, and let the change just naturally happen. And you're going to be safe, you're going to be guided, and you're also going to be led to the right path anyway. This Vesta as the energy that is helping you is, again, talking about focus, is talking about shut down the unnecessary noise, as well as the distractions around you, right? So that you can really create your sacred space and your sacred sanctuary for your future. And again, this is not saying that the change will not happen, but it does tell you that the beautiful change that will happen, if you focus on when or where or how that is going to change for you, and you're nervous all the time, that could actually harm your progress. So either this is about some beautiful change that you're looking forward to, or this sometimes could just be about a very chaotic time that you are going through at this period of time, and you need a little bit guarantee perhaps at this moment. The universe telling you that don't worry about that. Just focus on your duty, your focus, and what you need to do. Okay. Now we're gonna pull 3 more cards from Oracle of the Mythic Heroes, and let's see if there's any potential progress. All right, for us. I can definitely see for people who are putting this group, sometimes you guys go through anxieties. I mean, literally, when I was shuffling this card, the card that is facing me is Knight of Swords. It's talking about overthinking. Okay, anxious thoughts. So you guys need to just calm down. Okay, you're protected. All right. There's no need for us to create extra anxiety in our own mind, right? Or imagining unnecessary scenarios in our own mind. All right, dear universe, please kindly provide our group number 3 some useful guidance and helpful wisdom, so that they can overcome their challenges and welcome and embrace their manifestation smoothly. Okay, wow, something jumped out. What is this? Queen of Swords. Okay, now first of all, this on energy is always talking about clear thinking. Now, this card has a lot to do with Atlanta, this energy. I usually see these 2 energies similar. This is about logical, this is about rational, this is about drawing boundaries. It's also, again, telling me that for a lot of people who are choosing this group, you're extremely professional. Okay, you have a career, successful career, or you're very good at doing something. Okay, and you have your uniqueness, your strengths. This is what it is. Continue. We have got the 6 of Wands. This is what I mean by you're very good at what you do. Queen of Swords, 6 of Wands. This is a successful person. Okay. Now, I would, of course, assume that a lot of people who are watching my videos are female, so the Queen of Swords would be representing you. But at the end of the day, when it comes to spiritual readings, gender can be, it can be fluid in whatever way. But this is definitely telling me some kind of, you got your stuff basically. Okay, you know who you are. You know you're solid within you. Okay. Now, last card we have got is 4 of Wands. Wow, celebration and the stability and all that kind of stuff. I really think that for this group number 3, you need to have a little bit more trust about what the universe will bring to you instead of keep worrying about what if it doesn't happen for you, or what if, something happens and, the rug under your feet is being pulled, right? And then, everything is going to crumble down. You have to really stop playing these kind of fearful scenario in your mind, the group number 3, right? Have a little bit trust and know that you are actually on the right path, and don't frustrate and don't fret over, things, right? You are doing your best, and when you know that you have done your best, things will come to you effortlessly. All right. This is a very beautiful energy. All right. Your personal expertise, your strengths, right? Your intelligence, right? And the Six of Wands, your victory, right? And also, if you look at the Six of Wands and Four of Wands, these two cards, they're basically depicting the same story, right? In the middle is this young man called Jason, and he's being cheered by the Argonauts, right? All the heroes around him. So I also feel that, for a lot of people who are choosing this route, you need to trust this path. And there also will be people and good friends who are really, they really got your back. Basically, they really are going to support you and congratulate you, right? When your manifestation is coming to you, you are being supported. This is what I want to say. All right. Beautiful. Now, we're going to pull one card from the Star Code Oracle and also one card from Oracle of the Mythic Heroes, which is my own creation. By the way, if you like Greek mythology, you like Oracle cards, and you like my style of reading, you will definitely love these two Oracle decks developed and penned by me. You can easily find these two decks from Amazon.com, Oracle of the Mythic Heroes and Oracle of the Celestial Deities. You can also find the description, find the information, the Amazon store link in the description under the video. All right. Very good. Now back to you. Thank you, universe. Please kindly provide us with some useful guidance and also helpful wisdom for our group number 3. Just one card. Thank you. So we got solar flares activate. Okay, so this card again is talking about power, talking about your radiance, basically your radiance, and how you shine basically and let the world see you. One thing that I do want to say about this energy is don't shy away from challenges. Don't shy away from opportunities to let people see who you are, right? This solar flares active is really talking about a period of time, perhaps because we're talking about the lunar cycle, right? We are doing this for the full moon in Taurus. So for the next 4 weeks, basically, this is a reading. The energy tells you to activate yourself, okay? In terms of your work, things you want to do, things you want to try, and really, really focus on your goal and the things you want to have, right? Don't be distracted by other random thoughts or the changing of environment, because sometimes the people around us could be unstable and that could affect us as well, right? So that's one thing I want to say. Okay. Now, also this card has number 17 on it. Now, numerologically speaking, this is the number 8. Because 1 7, 1 plus 7 goes to 8, right? So we get the number 8 energy from this card. Number 8 in numerology is all about power, foundation, responsibilities, right? Manifestation. And it just kind of like put the pedal to the metal, that kind of energy, right? So root number 3, there's some kind of power, okay, in you that needs you to like propel yourself forward with a lot of dedication, right? Don't run away, okay, from your challenges, from your success. Now, thank you very much, universe. One last advice for our group number 3. Thank you, universe. Just one card, please. Okay, just one card. That's it. And we get the Anira insecurity. Now, this is what I mean. Do not let your insecure thoughts and emotion blur your vision. One thing that I do want to say is that, I think at the end of the day, we all have a little bit of insecurity in us. And sometimes we need that validation. We need that confirmation. Or sometimes we might even need a little bit of guarantee from the universe or from the people around us. See, for example, if you tell me that, yes, I'll definitely get it, I'll definitely be fine, that will give me a little bit more confidence. And that will make me feel, oh, okay, since you believe in me, I believe myself too. That kind of energy, right? Now, this card tells you that, of course, you can seek that kind of emotional support or mental support through friendships and things like that. But also, at the end of the day, you also need to know that even without that, you are already strong. And you don't need to have that guarantee again and again and again to know that you're on the right path and you have everything you need to achieve what you want to have. Whether this could be about a career goal, whether this could be about something related to your personal success, or maybe even just, a beautiful family, a beautiful relationship that you want to have, right? So this is one thing that I really want to say. And by the way, the Deianira energy, apart from the insecurity, also this card tells you just to sometimes if you ask me, right? So in general, is there anything else we need to be aware of? I think this energy is a little bit like saying focus more on what you do and trust more through your own action rather than trusting other people's reaction to you. Now, the reason is because the energy that on top is Queen of Sword and Atlanta. These energies are not really about what other people's reaction towards you. These more about what you want to do for yourself. The Deianira energy is the same, right? This card, if you know the story, you will know that Deianira became very insecure because she knew there were a lot of women who loved her husband, Hercules. And also there was a very evil centaur who whispered before he died. He whispered at Deianira's ear and said, your husband might cheat on you. If you don't want to be cheated on, you better pour the potion onto his clothes, right? Blah, blah. Of course, it turned out that it was a scam. It was a lie. But Deianira believed them. Deianira's stance was shaken because of what other people said to her, the gossips, right? And which triggered actually her insecurity. So the final thing that I think for group number 3, you just need to know that what you truly believe in and do not let other distractive voices hinder your belief and your faith in your future. Thank you so much, group number 3. I really enjoyed this reading for you guys. Remember, if you like my reading and if you like me, please do subscribe to my channel, like it and share it with the people you care about. And always remember to share and circulate our beautiful energy to other people. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing all of you guys very soon in the next reading session. Bye.